There's no doubt a plethora of cryptocurrency exchanges out there, a veritable bazaar of places to trade your fave altcoins. However, anyone who has been in crypto more than 20 seconds will know that Binance reigns supreme. Not only do they lead the charts when it comes to trading volume, but they are constantly coming up with innovative ways to boost the utility of their own crypto BNB coin. My name is Guy, and in this video I'll be going through what BNB coin is, I'll explore its utility and use cases, explain how this impacts price, and also take a look at the tech. Oh, and be sure to stick around to the very end where I'll be giving you my personal take on BNB and where I see it going. Before I get going, there are a few quick things I must say. I am no financial advisor, so be sure to speak to yours before diving into crypto. Also, I can't be doing your research for you. Only you can do that. Oh yes, and a big shout out to anyone new to the channel. I spend all day and all night in the Coin Bureau lab to bring you these videos like this regularly. So if you want to get them while they're hot, hit up that subscribe button and ping that bell. Now with that out of the way, let's jump into BNB coin. BNB is the cryptocurrency of the Binance exchange. It was initially issued as an ERC20 token all the way back in the summer of 2017 during the Binance ICO. However, since then the coin has been transferred to its own blockchain, the Binance chain. The thing to know about BNB is that it's primarily used as a utility token within the Binance ecosystem. Now, as many of you will know, many crypto projects have issued utility tokens for fundraising purposes. However, few have provided any real utility. Utility tokens basically adhere to three core principles. Firstly, there is a finite supply of that token. Secondly, there should be a clear and specific function for that token. And finally, that token function needs to drive meaningful value to its stakeholders. I'm going to level with you. So many crypto projects claim to have utility tokens, and these merely have a capped supply and no real function to them at all. However, BNB absolutely crushes it when it comes to utility and acting as a fuel for the Binance ecosystem. So, how can you use BNB coin? Well, a ton of people trade on the Binance exchange. So much so that the exchange is generating the most volume amongst all. All that trade volume means that traders are paying fees. Yes, Binance charges only a small fee, with the highest fee level being 0.1%. However, the enormous amount of trade volume on the exchange does mean that this adds up. In the last 30 days, over $155 billion was traded on Binance. Yes, that's a billion with 3 commas, chaps. The result of this crazy trade volume was that Binance became the first ever crypto exchange to reach over $1 billion in cumulative profit. Binance basically offers a discount on trading fees if you pay them with BNB. This is a clean and simple use case. It's a straightforward economic incentive, and all you need to do is buy BNB coin and get an immediate benefit. If you stack all the possible BNB discounts by holding more than 11,000 BNB and paying your exchange fees in the coin, then you can reduce the exchange fee by around 75%. On to the next use case. I'm sure many of you have heard about initial exchange offerings, or IEOs. For those that have not, the only difference between an IEO and an ICO is that the capital raised for a project is exclusive to an exchange's ecosystem. Binance basically kickstarted that whole craze with its Launchpad. The Launchpad meant that Binance could fund or vet projects and then bring them into their exchange and expose them to Binance's audience. In essence, Binance would say, "We have this project, and if you are a Binance user, you can now invest in it." The kicker to this was that the only capital investors could contribute to these fundraisers was Binance Coin. It was kind of similar to how a load of people bought Ethereum to buy into ICOs in 2017 and 2018. The thing with Binance Launchpad's IEO is that they were almost always oversubscribed by a massive amount, and a load of people bought BNB in advance with the hope of getting involved. This shows that the Launchpad was a pretty genius idea in order to create demand and utility for BNB. To give you an idea of the feeding frenzy Binance unleashed, there are videos of rooms filled with people smashing the button trying to get in on these IEOs. Needless to say, a load of Binance users missed out on their token allocation and were pretty unhappy. That led to Binance implementing a lottery system to participate in Launchpad IEOs. In short, users need to hold between 100 and 500 BNB in their Binance account over the entire 20-day period leading up to the lottery to get a ticket. Those that held between 100 and 200 BNB got one lottery ticket, and people who had between 200 and 300 BNB got 2 tickets, and so on until a maximum of 5 lottery tickets. Win the Binance lottery and you got a token allocation in the Launchpad IEO. Now, while we're on the IEO utility point, it's also worth noting that a number of other exchanges tried to replicate this model with their own exchange tokens, although not many have been able to replicate their success. Moving on though, remember that I told you earlier that Binance makes a lot of profit. Well, Binance originally committed to spending 20% of their profits every quarter to buy back BNB coins and essentially delete them from existence, or burn them. These BNB coin burns will happen until they've bought back 50% of all Binance coins and only 100 million BNB remains in circulation. In January of this year, Binance completed its second biggest coin burn in USD terms and its third in terms of BNB. This basically removed another 1.11% of the circulating BNB supply from existence. These coin burns reduced the overall BNB supply on the market. You can basically view them in the same light as share buybacks, reduction in the outstanding equity of a company. Now, while we're on this, I did find an interesting tidbit in relation to this. Binance changed the original coin burn wording in their white paper in 2019 and replaced any mention of profits with trading volume. One of the reasons for this could have been to distance BNB from securities talk. Who knows? But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. However, that should not detract from the fact that Binance is still burning a heck of a lot of BNB every 3 months. For those that like making money online, Binance offers a referral program with an initial commission rate of 20%. However, Binanceans holding 500 BNB or more unlock a special affiliate commission rate of 40%. Another interesting utility for BNB is Binance Community Votes. In a nutshell, Binance community members vote on the project they most want to be listed on the exchange. The project with the most votes is then listed. However, it's not a simple matter of one vote for each Binance user. Oh no. Instead, users get votes based on the amount of BNB coins they hold. If you have 500 BNB, then you will be eligible for 10 votes. That's still not the full extent of BNB's utility though. The token also has its own trading pair on the Binance exchange. This means the coin can be used to buy and sell crypto too. Any of you that have used a crypto exchange before will probably know the annoyance of having tiny fractions of a coin left in your exchange wallets after a trade. This is commonly referred to as dust, and Binance has created the function to easily convert all that dust into BNB. Now, I'm not going to big this up too much, seeing that almost every crypto claims to be a store and transfer of value. However, you can use BNB to pay for things at the places right here. Finally, Binance have also thrown their hat into the crypto lending ring, and yep, you can use your BNB coins to earn some interest. Now, forgive me if I've missed out on some of the other use cases of BNB coin. However, it should be pretty clear now that BNB coin has a bunch of utility within and outside of the Binance ecosystem. Binance has its own blockchain called, you guessed it, Binance Chain. The main purpose of this new blockchain is to act as a means for issuing and exchanging digital assets in a decentralized way. It uses something called the Tendermint BFT consensus mechanism and even has a dedicated application layer that runs on top of it. Binance Chain actually has 3 types of nodes: The first is something called a validator node, which is responsible for maintaining the Binance chain and DEX data and validating all those transactions. The fees are collected and then distributed amongst the validators. In short, you can view validators as a type of miner. It should be noted, though, that the Binance chain network did get some flack for only having 11 validator nodes, all of which have been pre-selected by Binance. This led to claims that Binance chain was not truly decentralized. Witness nodes make the majority of the nodes on Binance chain. What's important to note is that they do not take part in the consensus process or produce blocks. Instead, they take care of the witness consensus process, receive transactions, and broadcast them to other nodes. Finally, we have something called accelerated nodes. These basically provide a more secure and a quicker way to access Binance chain. Unfortunately for those dApp developers out there, you will be disappointed to know that Binance chain does not support smart contracts. So you'll have to stick to the likes of Ethereum if you want to build your own decentralized apps. Okay, I know what you're thinking. What does all this stuff I've talked about mean for Binance's BNB coin? Well, the law of demand and supply dictates that low demand and high supply leads to an increase in price. What Binance's quarterly BNB coin burns do is create a consistent reduction in the coin's supply. Yes, this will not happen forever. However, there are still around 55 million BNB coins to be burned to hit that 100 million circulating supply figure. And Binance is not only pushing down the supply of BNB coin, but is also increasing the demand for it. Regular traders, like you and I, have that simple economic incentive of buying BNB coin to benefit from reduced trading and withdrawal fees. Crypto projects that want to be listed on Binance are also incentivized to buy it through listing fee discounts. Yes, I know that the craze for IEOs has subsided somewhat, but projects like Wazirix have raised a few $1 million in funding just a few months ago. That means that any launchpad fundraisers will naturally increase the demand for BNB. Also, there are a ton of reasons for every Binance user to try and have 500 BNB in their account. Want to get the maximum number of launchpad lottery tickets? You need 500 BNB. Want to be an affiliate and double your commission percentage? You need 500 BNB. Want to have the maximum number of votes in the Binance community vote? You guessed it, 500 BNB is the number. Basically, 500 BNB is a magic number, and holding that much of the coin unlocks a ton of stuff for users. You can also use it for trading discounts on the exchange and to unlock VIP level 3 to further reduce those fees. All of this jacks up the underlying demand for BNB. On top of that, you have demand for BNB trading pairs, as well as having hundreds of thousands of people converting their dust to BNB. Honestly, in my opinion, BNB has one of the strongest sets of tokenomics out there in the crypto space right now. Another thing to mention is that Binance has already established itself as the #1 crypto exchange by trading volume. That means it has the best liquidity out there for many of the coins listed, and liquidity begets liquidity. I simply can't foresee a random exchange popping up and stealing Binance's crown anytime soon. Now, although we are still in an altcoin bear market, it is pretty incredible to see that BNB coin is still hovering around the price set in the crazy altcoin pump of January 2018. Indeed, Binance coin is one of just a handful of cryptos that managed to set all-time highs during crypto winter. This leads me to conclude that it's mainly down to the broad token economics of the coin. Binance is also continually introducing new use cases which, in turn, drive BNB demand. Now, I know that Binance has a big team stuffed with talented people. However, I want to tell you a little story about Binance founder Changpeng Zhao, as what he has achieved is pretty remarkable. CZ's entrepreneurial journey has its roots all the way back in his childhood. As a teenager, he moved with his family from China to Canada. Money was exceptionally tight and the family struggled to make ends meet. So, what did CZ do? Well, he decided to do something to ease his family's financial problems. By day, he worked at McDonald's, and by night, he worked in a gas station. These formative years shaped CZ forever, and his drive and determination can be traced all the way back to flipping burgers at McDonald's. Education was taken seriously by CZ and he studied computer science at McGill University. Here, his obsession with financial markets grew. After graduating in 2001, CZ followed his passion and took a job as head of Tradebook Futures at Bloomberg. Now, there is no doubt that working at Bloomberg is a pretty solid career option. However, that is not the way of entrepreneurs. After 4 years, CZ decided to do something different and founded Fusion Systems. This business created financial trading solutions, and it was during this time that CZ discovered he had a love for poker, which in turn led him to finding out about Bitcoin. CZ then traded in his business at Fusion Systems for the cryptocurrency industry. He even worked as head developer at blockchain.info before taking the role of CTO at OKCoin. It was at OKCoin that CZ learned how to run a cryptocurrency exchange. Naturally, after learning the trade, he then went on to found Binance, the world's most successful crypto exchange. Now, I don't know about you, but one can't help but back a guy that went from flipping burgers to the front cover of Forbes magazine in a hoodie. I want to scoot on to talk about a recent Binance partnership. Binance are certainly no slouches in the partnership department, and I cannot cover them all in this video. But let's take a quick look at one or two. Now, if you're a fan of the channel, you will know that I am a bit of a Brave browser supporter. So I was pretty bloody excited to hear in March 2020 that Binance is integrating with the Brave browser. For those that don't know, the Brave browser is brought to us by the same guys behind Basic Attention Token. In a nutshell, the browser is all about enhancing your browsing privacy by blocking trackers, rewarding regular internet users for viewing ads, and giving content creators a fairer share of ad revenue. The cool thing is that Brave is expanding its crypto features by integrating Binance as a native widget within the browser. That means that Brave users can buy, trade, and receive crypto super easily. So why is this seemingly small thing a big deal? Well, the rise in ad blocker use shows that there is real demand from internet users not to see intrusive ads, and more people seem to take their online privacy seriously. That's led to Brave browser recently reporting 12 million active users. Now, that's quite a lot of people, but how does this benefit BNB, you ask? Well, my logic is pretty simple. Many people who are using the Brave browser are doing so because of its functionality rather than the crypto rewards it can generate. So, the Brave browser could be a great way for those who previously didn't know too much about crypto to join the revolution. They have this browser widget that could help ease them into the ecosystem. And if the Brave browser becomes a gateway to funnel new users into crypto via Binance, then that may increase Binance's trade volume, leading to even bigger coin burns in the future. Either way, the Brave browser is a pretty impressive piece of kit, so if you want to learn more about it, then check out my dedicated video right here. Now, I'd quickly like to share a few things that are coming up in the near future that could impact the price and further the utility of BNB. One thing I'm looking forward to is Binance's upcoming crypto card. With this, we'll be able to top up that Binance card with Bitcoin or BNB and spend it at more than 46 million merchants in 200 countries. If Crypto.com cards have taught me anything, it's that the crypto community seems to love the idea of crypto cards. The cards cost $15 in BNB or Bitcoin, and card top-up balances are only going to be in these two cryptos. And with the introduction of this card, you will have another use case for BNB, purchasing goods and services point of sale. So more utility for this utility token. Oh yes, if you're looking for a crypto card with some free perks like Spotify, Netflix, and up to 5% cashback, then why don't you check out my Crypto.com video on the best crypto cards here. Another hot event coming up on the horizon is the 11th Binance coin burn. The last one took place at the end of January this year, and that reflected exchange volumes from October to December 2019. The first quarter of 2020 has come and gone, and by most measures, it was a pretty stellar month for exchange volumes. So keep your eyes peeled for that next BNB coin burn, which could be pretty sizable. And that's it, my complete review of BNB coin. But now it's time for a few of my final thoughts. The long and short of it is that if you believe that the Binance exchange has a bright future, then it might be a good idea to get your hands on some BNB. I genuinely struggle to think of another utility token that has the same amount of, well, utility. What's more, Binance also have a very strong track record in innovating those use cases. As more of these come online, it further ramps up the demand for the coin. When you combine all that with quarterly coin burns and the most profitable crypto exchange in the world, it's the type of coin I think everyone should have on their radar. Now, while BNB coin does not confer any rights of ownership over the Binance exchange, one cannot deny that most of its demand is driven by the exchange. Let's not forget that most of the use cases are related to Binance, and those coin burns are linked to trading volume. So, will some new up-and-coming exchange steal Binance's crown? I don't know. But if that happens, then that's going to probably be bad news for BNB holders. Are there any challenges? Well, one that could be a concern is regulatory status. If BNB is ever to be classified as a security, that could be a major tail risk that impacts on the entire BNB ecosystem. Regulators apply what is called the Howey test to determine whether an asset can be deemed a security. One of the key criteria here is whether an asset leads a, quote, reasonable expectation of profit. Do the BNB dynamics create that expectation? It can be debated either way. However, to my knowledge, there has been no indication that any agencies are looking into it. Anyways, if you guys want to get your hands on BNB and for some reason you don't have a Binance account yet, then I'd love it if you could support the channel by using my Binance affiliate link in the description below. That's it for today, chaps. Now, tell me though, what are your thoughts on BNB? Do you have any questions? I'd love to chat with you about it in the comments below. And of course, if this video is to your liking, then moon those likes and don't forget to subscribe. I can't wait to share some more of my videos with you very soon. Okay guys, I have to level with you. There was a lot more that I wanted to cover, but sadly, time was just not on my side. But this is exactly the reason that I have my weekly newsletter. It's basically a window into my crypto world where I share market insights, hidden news, and juicy tips. Want to join? Top stuff! Just check out the link to my sign-up form in the description below. Enter your email, hit submit, and hey presto, you are a Coin Bureau insider. You may be in time for my next mailer, which you don't want to miss. See you guys soon.